Yeah, suspension's way too stiff. Howdy, boys. Welcome back. Bubba Head here. We're playing a new game today. Well, new to you, not new to me.
How do you kill that which has no life?
This game's called Dream Car Builder. We're going to start with this prefab chassis I put together here. It's just a basic little one-seater, straight up and down buggy. It's complete utter overkill. Like, you don't need all these extra bracings and stuff like that. And I just did it for aesthetics, make it look like a really aggressive, like off-road race buggy kind of thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just build a very basic long travel suspension. That's all we're gonna do. And when I say I prefab this buggy, I mean I prefab this buggy. Like, this is all like stuff I did. For those of you unfamiliar with this game, like you take 2 points and you can connect them and boom, there you go. That's whatever that is. This is the game for people that love to tweak car stuff. All right, we're gonna start simple. We're gonna start in the back. We're not gonna do any kind of rear steer or anything like that. So we're just gonna start by rigging up a lower control arm here. All right, that's way too far dropped there, so let's just pick that up. Let's see, right about there looks good. And then we're just gonna cross that up, and then we'll just do a normal, where we're at, there we go. Drop. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's a problem, you get a sometimes you'll get caught like that. And then we'll do this. Wait. Then we want off-road tires. And see, that's it. That is a, whoa, what is happening here? Hang on, that is way off. That needs to be more up here. And we're gonna pull, actually, let's pull the whole thing out a little bit. So yeah, that's that. That is a very basic upper arm, lower arm. Yeah, let's just I'll color all this stuff in so you can see exactly what I'm working on here. All right, there we go. Yeah, you can see what I just built right there. That makes things simple for you. You bring that up just a touch. We'll tweak this a little bit once we go start driving. It should be a pretty basic upper lower control arm setup there for you. And we're gonna add a shock. We'll just bring this right down to the middle there. Connect it up to that point. There we go. There we go, and that's a shock. We'll go ahead, maximum dampening, add a little, we'll come out here, we'll add a little stretch so it can actually have a little down travel. We'll make it so it can go fully compressed, and we'll go ahead and just throw a decent number at it just so it'll be solid right there. And then we hit race, and there you go. Actually, we'll get over here on some fairly level ground. There we go, yep. You can see right there, there it is. That is it. So if I come back here and I delete that, and then we hit race, and there you go. You can see the suspension's work. This is your suspension with no shocks, no springs. So that's really simple there. Like I said, we're keeping things very simple. Eventually we might come back and, you know, if you guys enjoy this, we'll come back, we'll make things a little more complicated. We'll adjust some stuff around. We'll like maybe inboard the shocks, do some, you know, way more complicated stuff. But for right now, this is just, you know, we're keeping things real simple. And now we're gonna come up here and we're gonna build the front suspension. Just gonna do something like that, something like that. Let me do the same thing, put some color to it. There we go, okay. Come up here. We're just gonna connect that straight down. All right, do that. All right, there we go. Oop, oop, oop. Yeah, getting a little click happy there. All right, see, when you do that, you make this abomination over here when you just get a little clicky. So you're not familiar with what you're doing, you definitely don't want to be this aggressive with the clicking. Oh my god, I want that. Yeah, just click that. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's what we want to do. Throw that wheel right there. Make it an off-road tire. We're just gonna go. We're just keeping everything default for right now. Oh yeah, that's aggressive looking. That is aggressive looking. Let's pull that down just a touch. Throw that there. Throw a midpoint there, and then we'll connect it to this shock right here. Just again, just gonna throw some numbers at it. Give it some stretch. Give lots of travel on the front end. Lots of travel on the front end. And there we go. That is a basic, completely cockeyed front shock. We'll pull that. There we go. All right, there we go. That is a just really basic buggy. Nothing. Wow, I got the front. Got the front. Let's we'll narrow that up just a touch. There we go. Okay, I think we're pretty good there. All right, I think I evened that out a little bit. Horse perspective there makes the back tires look a lot bigger, but yeah. All right, let's just drop that and see what she does. There's no steering set up right now, so the front wheels are just kind of doing their own thing. But you can see the buggy's actually sitting on its own suspension. So, and let's just kind of pull that back in just a little bit, get a little better angle on it. So you can see, I'll drop that out and you can see, watch it. Yeah, there you go. See how the spring actually compresses now. But we need to go back because now we got to add power to this thing. And we got a little engine button right here. And of course I have the default for the most powerful engine. Gonna connect that in there. Like I said, I have this all prefabbed out and ready to go. I planned ahead for this video. Just shocking, I know. So there we go. Now we got an engine in there right against the dude's feet, as you do. And we now have it's a 1200 horsepower V6, you know. But you know what's better than a 1200 horsepower V6? Two 1200 horsepower V6s. All right, so we're gonna do that there, and get that there. There we go. All right. We now have motors, so now we can get an idea of the weight of this thing. Actually, we got it. Oh, we nailed it. Okay, perfect. 50-50 weight distribution. Nice. All right, that's what we want. It's gonna be a little off. It's gonna be a little front heavy after we throw this steering, but that's not gonna be anything too dramatic. And we're gonna keep this real simple. We're just gonna throw a midpoint up here. We're gonna use what's called a limiter right here, which is a bar that can move. We'll tweak it a little bit. It doesn't need to be. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't need to be anything too crazy. We'll drop it down, save some unsprung weight, or no, sprung weight. No, unsprung. That's unsprung weight. It's on the control arm. Save a little unsprung weight there. Drop this guy down right here. Run a rod from there to there. So now this bar can compress and go up and down, and that'll hold our steering rod here. It'll hold it in place. Think of this is like a little hydraulic. This is what's going to control the steering. And what we're going to do is on the other side, we're going to do something. We're going to drop another midpoint there. We're going to drop another limiter rod. These limiter rods also add another point of tuning for the suspension because we can use them to also control up and down travel along with the shock. So we can, again, there's a lot of, and literally, and you can also, we can change camber, caster, all that kind of stuff just by moving this guy right here around. So we can change that. And we can bring it over here. Throw some, just camber the thing out like crazy if we wanted to, But we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to keep it straight up and down. Oh, and you can do this right here. Yeah. You can take and do that right there. and, you know, change the camber, stuff like that, or the steering. Again, there's nothing you can't adjust. And is that straight? We want that relatively straight. Yeah, there we go. Let's hit race. Oh yeah, transmissions. Yep, I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right, so we take the transmissions, and you can just run them straight out to the... Actually, we're just gonna do that. Again, we're just gonna keep things simple. Just gonna run that straight out there, and we're gonna make it so you don't have to see it when we drive. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, we want to come in here to the engine. We want to turn engine braking down, like way down, and we want to turn, and this is a torque limiter. It's kind of like your traction control. You can see right here, less smoother acceleration, slippery surface, higher is more wheel slip, and we basically want to just, you know, yeah, we want all of it, and it does both motors at the same time. So let's see what this transmission, see what it does when we do that. Oh wow, why did that camber out so bad? All right, we gotta, yep, see how that bumps, that like instantly bump steered, so we need to, that's still towed. Why is that towing out so bad? Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. I'm forgetting something here. Getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna go add a shock here, but we're gonna get rid of the spring. So it's literally just a shock on there. We're gonna make that invisible too, just because it doesn't look good. That'll help with the steering over the bumps and stuff like that, and it'll keep the wheel straight. All right, and we got it hooked up to the controller. So we got the steering is reversed. Hang on, I always manage to do that. And go hit backwards. There we go. All right, and there we go. So we got full. All right, we can actually make that a little more. We could probably get a little more. Probably get a little more lock to lock on that, but for right now, that's good. We'll just take her for a little test spin here, just see how she does. Yep. Again, it's what is it? It's like 2,500 horsepower, so it's going to be a bit aggressive. And like the vehicle actually distorts and has damage and stuff like that. You can see right there. You know. Well, we can just hit the restart button. Yeah, suspension's way too stiff. Let's soften the suspension up. I mean, we still 50-50. Yeah, we're pretty close. What we'll do is we'll come back here, just beef up the whole rear suspension. I don't know why I didn't think to do this firsthand. Just make that. There we go, just beef up, you know, that, just, you know, all the rods are now like 5 hardness, and now we're at 27. A little back heavy. Which is kind of what we want. We want it to be a little more back heavy. So let's take the shocks and we're gonna soften all those up just a touch. But we come over here, we'll get a little more, put them both in the same, make sure it's all the same, and then we'll come over here, what's called pre-compression. Bring it up here, so now the shocks try to stretch out beforehand. Wow, I don't know why that just folded that. That just completely folded that up. So let's pull that down just a bit. There we go. All right. All right, why is it doing that? Oh, pull that guy back. There we go. Pull that upper arm section back. Oh, that's making it worse. Oh, okay. Duh, I'm an idiot. It's way too small. Duh. There we go. Now we can, yeah. Now you can actually see the suspension working as I smack into the wall. The invisible exterior wall there. Still a little too, yeah, still way too tight. Need to loosen that suspension up. Ooh, good thing we built that roll cage. It actually doesn't matter. You can literally just build the most basic rail possible, attach some suspension to it, and go have fun. You can't kill the driver. Let's soften that suspension up just a little bit more. I still feel like I'm getting way too much bounce out of that. Let's go way too much. Oh yeah, that's way too much. You can see the front end's struggling now, but hey, we're getting some movement out of that suspension. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna tighten that up just a touch. All right. All right, wheels. We're gonna turn the ABS way down. Get the wheel height right. We're gonna bump that up just a bump. Give that a bump. And we're gonna crank the elastic limit all the way out. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. A little bigger tire. A little bigger tire. That made a big difference. Still completely undrivable because it's got so much horsepower. Let's do... Alright, now let's see. Let's come in here. We're going to take the... Give me that. That guy. And we're going to actually add a little bit of stretch, which offsets the compression, which gives me more wheel travel. Yeah, you see that? We got more snap to the wheel there. And I'm playing with a controller, so if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, things are slightly different because you can actually adjust the... As I was saying, you can adjust the rate at which the wheels turn rather than just... Because you can't, you know, it's you push a button and it just gradually turns, or you can have it where it'll just snap too. You can, like I said, you can tweak all kinds of parameters on the steering and stuff like that, and you can set up better suspension. You can set up better steering than what I have here too. This is, like I said, this is all very basic stuff, and this isn't just off-road racing either. There's actual race tracks and stuff too. So there's tons of tracks. They're all user created. For example, this is a map I made. This is a map I made in Unity and uploaded to Steam. It's called Rally Stage or something like that. There's a couple of different ones called Rally Stage. And then when you feel like you've got things fairly well sorted out, you can come out here and do actual. And these are user created races. These are stuff other people have made. And you can make your own. You can come over here to add new track, and that lets you can make your own race. So what we'll do is we'll come over here to this one. You can see all the restrictions and stuff like that. See, there's a minimum weight of 2,600 kilograms, which we need to tweak. We need to tweak our chassis a bit for that. The game does have aerodynamics, which you can add to the game. You can add panels and stuff like that, but most stuff these days doesn't really mess with it because it can be like really OP. You can have 2 engines maximum. So that's why we went ahead and built this with 2 engines. Maximum engine upgrade is 17 and all this other stuff. See, all the stuff that's yellow is stuff that is not on my car currently, but we could just hit race, and yellow means it'll just default it. Like, you know, it'll knock the engine down to whatever the default engine is. And you can see this is just, you know... Oh boy. Yeah, this thing is uncontrollable. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, alright, I'm not gonna sit here and chase lap times for 2 hours, which I have been known to do. That's how you end up with 2nd place on a race like this. Let's see, we can go, I'll show you when I say there's actual... There is, like I said, there's on-road racing too, if you want to build a more conventional... Let me undo all that. All this silliness under here trying to add weight. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, we can come over here. See, this is an actual racetrack. I got 9th on that one. I'm 70th on that one. 204 on that one. 27th on that one. There was a point in time on something like one of these. I can't remember. Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, at one point in time, there was a unlimited category here where it was just, there were like, somebody went through with basically no restrictions whatsoever. And I had the fastest all motor time for a little while. They did an update on the game and changed some features around that kind of tweaked some of the stuff I did because I was cheesing the hell out of the game. Shocker, I know. But yeah, we can switch this over to slicks. Crank the stiffness up, and we'll bring the ride height up. Ooh, gotta get that. Give me that guy. Where's it at? Bring that guy up. All right, let's see what that does. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We got big old giant slicks on our off-road buggy. Oh yeah, it is. We're doing 200 miles an hour. The brakes are just kind of a suggestion. We're in negative 7th gear. Negative 6. Yeah, I built a car that would go around this thing. I built a car. It actually looked like a supercar. I wish I still had it. I accidentally formatted the laptop it was on when I changed out hard drives. I changed out the SSD. I accidentally deleted the car I had. It looked like an actual, like, supercar. I kind of modeled it after a Daytona prototype. And it could literally, it had these 2 exact same motors. It probably weighed about as much as this thing. And it went around this track at full speed. You did not have to touch the brake. Yeah, I'll get into that at a later date and time. But this is undrivable. This is, because it's not set up for this. I mean, that, and I'm doing 100, yeah, that tiny little distance there. Yeah, there's just no steering. This thing is terrible for this. These long arms and everything. Ah, I didn't clear it. And we're gonna spin down here to a nice graceful stop. We're gonna call that an episode right there, guys. If you like this, drop a comment down there. Let me know other stuff you want to see. Maybe try to build something else. I can make this a little more complicated. We can inboard shock, and we can start from scratch, build a whole chassis, show you how to do that. Do a solid front axle setup instead of the IFS, solid rear axle setup. You know, something like that, like a nice 4-link, 3-link with a panhard. You know, I can do just about anything. So yeah, like I said, drop a comment down below. I'll try to do it. You know, challenge me. That'd be fun. Yeah, challenge me, because I really can't. You know, they added the manual transmission stuff to the games, which I'm too ADHD to really make that work. I can't shift gears and steer and do all that stuff. So. And I'm sitting here rambling for 10 minutes on this outro. So anyway, like I said, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below if you enjoy this. Appreciate it.